We begin by viewing our part in Materialize Magics. Magics can normally be opened by double-clicking on the STL file or by opening the Magics software and importing the part. This is what we will do here by using the Import Part tool, navigating to the models we wish to build. With the part now loaded, it can be useful to place the part into a machine scene. This can be done by selecting the Create Scene from Modeler Scene tool and selecting the system you wish to use. Now we can start inspecting the parts to assess the suitability for building. This ensures the part is safe to build and can also start informing us of how the part should be orientated. Using the Part Fixing Info tab beneath the parts list can give us a quick indication of the work that needs to be done. The Wall Thickness Analysis tool can also help determine if there are any risks of features not being built or causing unwanted geometries to be created. Now we are happy with the suitability of the geometry, we can start looking at orientating the part for best success. Part orientation is a key area in ensuring accurate parts that are fit for purpose and can be built reliably and repeatedly. Every part will need to be orientated based upon multiple considerations of part quality, accuracy, application requirement, and manufacturing needs. Almost all orientations are a compromise of these elements, and understanding what elements are being sacrificed in order to enhance others will allow greater opportunity for success when building on the Neo systems. Making sure the cross-section of the parts are orientated correctly to the blade is important to reduce issues such as parts being knocked off of their support structures, or to ensure that the recoater blade will not run out of resin as it passes over the parts. Using tools such as Bottom Top Plane, the Rotate tool, and Translate to Default Position, a part's orientation can be defined and the parts can be placed at the correct height on the platform, ready to build. Now our parts have been orientated, we can begin our build layout. Using the Translate tools, parts can be laid out on the platform. This is also a good opportunity to begin duplicating and mirroring parts as required. When laying out a build, there are a few more areas to consider. To reduce the recoating time, the parts should be placed with the minimum Y area possible to minimise the distance that the recoater blade has to travel. Now that the parts have been laid out, we can export the platform and create the supports. Ensure that the correct export file location is selected, the Z compensation is being applied, and that the slice export is set to yes for parts and supports. Now the supports are created, we can review their suitability for build. Make sure all the starting points and shallow angles are supported and any taller parts are sufficiently braced and don't look like they'll wobble or move during the build process. It is important that you are happy with the design of your supports. You may need to adjust part orientations and supported areas multiple times before committing to starting a build. This is normal practice and should not be skipped in the interest of speed. As you become familiar with the SL process, the capabilities of the resin, and the Neo system, you will naturally build up confidence and speed. But remember that build failures cost much more time and resource than any additional time spent on these steps.